In the 86-kilogram final at the IBA 2025 Men's World Championships, two familiar rivals walked toward destiny again. On one side stood Sharabutdin Ataev, reigning world champion, European gold medalist, and a man who carries composure like armor. On the other stood Dzmitry Alfiorau, tournament number 2 seed, silver medalist, and owner of one of the most dangerous left hands in the division. This wasn't just a final, it was unfinished business. Ataev had already beaten Alfiorau for European gold. He had already defended his dominance on the world stage before. But Alfiorau arrived differently this time. His semi-final knockout, a single left cross detonated with brutal precision, sent a message through the division. He was no longer just a technical boxer. He was a threat. Yet as they stepped into the ring, their body language told two completely different stories. Alfiorau paced, eyes locked, shoulders tense. Ataev walked in serene, almost indifferent to the chaos around him. That serenity isn't passive. It's calculated. Ataev doesn't rush fights, he absorbs them. From the first bell, it was clear this wouldn't be a firefight. It would be a contest of territory. Alfiorau needed space to detonate. Ataev thrives on removing oxygen. The stage was set for a psychological duel, disguised as 3 rounds of amateur boxing. One man sought redemption, the other sought permanence. The opening seconds revealed everything about Ataev's approach. No explosive bursts, no reckless aggression, just subtle steps forward, measuring distance like a surveyor marking land. Alfiorau immediately tested him with that looping bolo left to the body, the same weapon that dismantled opponents earlier in the tournament. It landed with force, digging into the ribs, but Ataev didn't react emotionally. That's the difference. Where many fighters flinch or reset, Ataev simply adjusted his feet. He began pressing without appearing to pressure. A jab to the body, a straight shot upstairs, a half-step cut to the exit lane. Every time Alfiorau tried circling off the ropes, Ataev was already positioned to intercept him. The Russian champion's brilliance lies in his minimalism. He doesn't throw combinations in flurries, he throws them with purpose. 2 shots, reset, angle, repeat. Alfiorau had moments, sharp counters and disciplined stance switches, but Ataev subtly dictated geography. And in amateur scoring, geography matters. Judges reward control. By the final minute of the round, Alfiorau found himself brushing against the ropes more frequently than he would have liked. The pace never escalated to chaos, but that's exactly why Ataev thrives. Calm execution wins early impressions. When the bell rang, the sense was clear. Ataev had edged it. Not dominantly, not dramatically, but decisively. And giving the first round away to a technician like Ataev is dangerous. Because when he leads, he tightens the vice. Round 2 didn't begin with fireworks. It began with inevitability. Ataev's pressure isn't explosive. It accumulates. Alfiorau attempted to disrupt the rhythm, planting his southpaw stance firmly and firing straight left counters through narrow windows. A few landed clean, snapping Ataev's head slightly. But every moment of success was brief. Ataev answered immediately, touching the body, doubling the jab, stepping diagonally to cut escape routes. It became noticeable how often Alfiorau ended exchanges near the ropes. Not because he lacked skill, but because Ataev's footwork quietly erased options. The Belarusian boxer tried increasing output, whipping that trademark left into the midsection, hoping to sap energy. Yet Ataev's composure remained unchanged, breathing steady, expression unreadable. That emotional stability transfers into physical efficiency. No wasted motion, no wide misses. Midway through the round, the crowd noise rose as Alfiorau strung together a small flurry. For a moment, momentum felt possible. But then Ataev responded with a crisp jab-cross combination that split the guard cleanly. It wasn't a knockout punch. It was something more damaging in amateur boxing. Clarity. It reminded everyone who was dictating exchanges. By the closing seconds of the second round, the pattern was undeniable. Alfiorau was working hard. Ataev was working smarter. And in a 3-round championship fight, smart accumulates faster than effort. The final round opened with urgency from Alfiorau. He understood the situation. A knockout or near-dominant round was required. He began searching for that left hand, loading it slightly more, extending it with sharper intent. But searching can become telegraphing. Instead of retreating defensively, he varied posture, dipping lower than usual, slipping under shots, even stepping back momentarily to draw Alfiorau forward. That brief change in rhythm created hesitation. When Alfiorau stepped in, Ataev countered clean. Jab, step, turn, reset. The geography battle resumed, and once again Alfiorau drifted toward the ropes. Ataev's conditioning showed here. Many pressure fighters fatigued by the third round. Ataev's tempo barely shifted. It's not speed that defines him, it's steadiness. That steadiness erodes opponents psychologically. Alfiorau launched one last meaningful left cross late in the round, and it landed flush enough to stir reaction. But Ataev absorbed it and responded instantly with 2 sharp jabs to reclaim the narrative. That sequence symbolized the fight. Every threat met with composure, every attempt at disruption neutralized. The final seconds ticked away not with desperation, but with quiet inevitability. When the bell rang, neither fighter celebrated wildly. Both understood the truth. Ataev had not just defended a title, he had imposed order. The judges confirmed what the rhythm of the fight already suggested. Unanimous decision. With that verdict, Sharabutdin Ataev secured back-to-back World Championship gold medals in the 86-kilogram division at the IBA stage. But statistics don't capture the full story. This wasn't a knockout spectacle. It was a clinic in structure. Ataev demonstrated that elite amateur boxing is less about explosions and more about control. Control of space, tempo, psychology, and positioning. Alfiorau leaves this final not diminished, but clarified. His power remains dangerous, his technique sharp. Yet against a fighter who refuses to be hurried, who refuses to be emotionally pulled into chaos, power alone isn't enough. What makes Ataev exceptional is the absence of visible panic. He never looks rushed, never overextends, never chases recklessly. That aura forces opponents into mistakes before punches ever land. For the 86-kilogram division, this performance reinforces a simple truth. Beating Ataev requires more than physical tools. It demands strategic disruption at a level no one has yet produced. As the Russian anthem played and the gold medal rested around his neck, the moment felt earned rather than dramatic. No flash, no spectacle, just excellence repeated. And sometimes in boxing, the quiet dominance speaks loudest.